Real talk, real life, real people. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. From raising kids to dating again. From heartbreak to healing. From the chaos of single parenting to the beauty and challenges of blended families. From building a business from the ground up to chasing dreams that don't come with a roadmap. I'm diving headfirst into it all. This is life, raw and uncut. So laugh with me, cry with me, get real with me. These are Conversations with KB. Hello, guys, and welcome to Conversations with KB. On today's episode 3, I have my oldest daughter, Makayla Ariel. So today's episode is really special to me because I want to ask Makayla questions that I have never asked her before. I want to see where she is in life because Makayla changes so much, as we all know. But I love everything that she's becoming, and I just want to enter in her world, and I want to bring you guys along with me. So, welcome, Makayla Ariel.
That's me. Hey, y'all.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, girl. Hey.
That's how we even talk to each other on the phone.
Yeah.
Like, hey, girl.
You're making me nervous. I don't know.
Why are you nervous?
I don't know. She's trying to enter my world.
Yeah, I need to.
Okay. Well, come on in.
Yeah, you've been in my world forever. Now it's time for me to intrude on yours.
Well, welcome.
Yes.
Hey, girl.
So tell me, how did you feel when I asked you to be a guest of mine?
You want my honest answer?
I want all honest answers. And I'm so serious. You're 25 now. You have opinions that I care about because before, remember, I told you, your opinions don't matter. You can have them, but they mean absolutely nothing to me.
Y'all, she done set me up. She done set me up real bad.
I'm really not setting her. I want us to have an adult conversation now, even though we have adult conversations, but let's go, girl. So when I asked you to be on this show, what were your true feelings?
I said, oh, here we go. I got to go into deep prayer.
Am I that bad?
No, I didn't say you was bad. I just said you just never know.
With me?
I said, Lord, use me.
Oh!
I don't know.
Not the Lord use you. And
hey.
I don't think I'm that bad.
I ain't say it was you. It's the spirits. I ain't say
whose spirits? Mine?
Hey, girl. No, I ain't say it was you. I just, you just never know what to expect sometimes.
From me?
From anybody. I was just nervous.
Oh, okay.
You said I'm changes too. You just never know what to expect.
Right.
I could be like one way one day and just another way. You just never know.
I get it. I get it. Okay.
All right.
But you was cool with it though, right?
Yeah, I was.
You gave me no pushback.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. Why are you excited?
I'm on Conversations with KB.
Period.
Okay.
We outside.
Okay. Well, I'm inside, but we inside, okay?
Who else?
We inside.
No, but why we can't be outside?
We outside, inside.
Oh, okay, I'm cool with that.
Right,
okay, that's a new thing for me. Outside, inside. That's what we doing today, right? All right. So even today we had to pray seriously because getting to this right now was definitely a journey. I was on some, we're not doing this. And if anybody knows my daughter, she's like, come on, let's dance. And I'm like, I'm not feeling
shake it out.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it. She's like, no, we're going to do this. Let's do it. It's up to you. You do what you want to do. And I'm like, leave me alone. Turn your music off because it's killing me.
Hey, we got to dance it out, okay? When you start feeling nervous and you start feeling, the jitters and you want to give up, you don't give up. That's what I tell my kids. We don't give up. We say, I never give up. We say, I never give up.
So, speaking of kids, she has no children, but I'm desperately begging her for some, her and my youngest. I don't know. They just don't want kids. These kids nowadays don't want kids. I'm not rushing, but I'm asking. But anyway, she's waiting for the right one, and I totally get it. But speaking of your children, you are a newly kindergarten teacher.
I am, and my little babies. I have 30, so I don't need any more, okay? All right.
You got 30 kids?
I have 30 babies.
I didn't even ask you that when you started.
I got 30 babies.
Wow.
So I don't need no more, okay? How I wink.
But I need one. I need one just for me, though. Those are not.
Come visit.
This is cool.
Yeah.
I need to be able to speak to your child the way that Mima used to speak to you about me. You know them conversations where Mima, cause she, and I'm like, well, who is she?
Well,
yeah, because we gonna turn
on
against
it.
you.
Because Whew.
Not pray on it. So as you are in this world of babies, right? They're like 5 and 6.
4 and 5.
Really?
I think.
At kindergarten?
I don't know.
No. No, 4 and 5 I think is like preschool, and 5 and 6 are because 6, so fifth at 5 you're in kindergarten, 6 you're in first grade, 7 you're in second grade, 8
No,
you're
I
in
think
third.
it's 4 or 5, and then it's 6 and 7. I don't know. They 5. Let's just say.
Right. Okay. So we working into the reason I asked you about how your children are, right? Because at the age of 6, you went through a traumatic experience. Do you remember that?
You know, you always talk about how it's traumatic, but I think when I was 6, I don't think it was traumatic at all. I was chilling.
You were like, you were oblivious to what was going on with you.
Yeah, I was chilling. I was just an innocent 6-year-old.
Yeah. And so at the age of 6, Makayla had a brain tumor, and it was causing her to have seizures. If anybody knows, it was like, are we getting emotional?
No, I'm just
okay.
looking. Dang. Are you getting emotional?
I was.
Oh, you guys get emotional?
Yeah, I was getting emotional because the story goes, Makayla was, I was doing Makayla's hair, and she would, we do our kids' hair, and Makayla was sitting in between my legs, and she was watching Dora, and that was her. She was like in this Dora phase for like 5 years. Yeah. It was like she had Dora everything. Even at her godmother's house, like their whole house was like full of Dora. So anyway, she was sitting between my legs, and we were sitting on the bed, and I was doing her hair. And she was singing Dora, Dora, Dora the Explorer. And Makayla is a talker like me. So it got really quiet.
Mm.
Yeah, it got really quiet. And I'm sitting, and I'm like, why did this kid get quiet? So I looked at her, and she was just staring like into space like this. So I turned her head around, and I'm like, Makayla, I'm like, what's going on with you? And she's like, I don't know, mommy, I'm just sleepy. So, I stopped doing her hair, and she laid down. So she slept for about an hour, and then she got up. I finished her hair, and then she wanted to go outside with her favorite cousin, Nasik. And she goes outside, and Nasik, I go to my aunt's house, and I'm telling my aunt, like, something happened to Makayla. I don't know what it is, but it freaked me out. And she was like, well, maybe you should take her to the doctor. And I'm like, yeah. Next thing you know, Nasik comes running upstairs, and he's like, Coco, something happened to Nunu. And they call her Nunu. Yes. My family calls her Nunu. So they're like, Coco, something happened to Nunu. And I'm like, well, what happened? And he goes, I don't know. She was riding a bike, and she stopped, and she just fell off the bike. I'm like, see, I told my aunt, like, see, this is what I'm talking about. Something is wrong. So we went to the doctor. The doctor said it sounds like she's having seizures, partial seizures. And I jumped on it. I was like, yeah, no, not my kid. And we went to a neurologist, and they sent us for an MRI. As everybody knows, I work for a healthcare insurance company. And I called my insurance company like, look, I need an authorization. And they gave it to me right away. And we found out that Makayla had a brain tumor that was laying on a nerve that was causing her to have seizures. So Makayla was in the hospital for most of her 6-year-old self. She was in the hospital, back and forth in the hospital. And
girl, you better than me. If I was doing my daughter hair and sis just starts staring and don't say nothing.
It was so unlike you. It was very,
that's unlike anybody.
It was like you were such a talkative baby.
Tell them about the time when you was washing clothes, and you were in the kitchen, and I held on to
You remember that?
Girl,
it was like, right. So where were you holding on to? Was it the counter?
Cops. Huh?
It wasn't the
call Somebody call
full of
on
exorcism.
Jesus.
Yeah.
What's going on?
So she just started holding on to the counter, and she was like on her tippy toes, and she was just like staring like
Absolutely
this.
not.
No, but what about the time? So my cousin Cookie, she is a clown. Anybody knows Cookie? Cookie is a clown. So Cookie was babysitting Makayla. Makayla was like Cookie's child too, right? So she called me. She was like, "Girl," Cookie don't say girl. She was like, "B, you better come get her." So I said, "What happened?" She was, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I hit the mic." She was like, "B." She was like, we were sitting in the car on Jackson and Jackson and Bramhall. She was like, and she said, I turned around and Nunu staring like this. She said, I thought some. Wait, she said, "Girl, I thought somebody was trying to rob us." I said, "Oh my God, Cookie." She was like, "Girl, she had a seizure." She said, "I couldn't." She said, "Yo, that's crazy." Excuse my language. She was like, I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, yo, get this kid. So, but she was like, "Yo, that is crazy." But she experienced one of those, and when you see it. When you see a partial seizure, because it's not a grand mal seizure where she falls out and she's like shaking, she just goes into a staring trance and her head like turns. It's like The Exorcist. I'm not even going front. Like it's very scary to see. So that was the first time.
I'm glad we could laugh about this now.
Yes, and the reason, and that's so serious, right? Because when you were 6, it was scary for me. Like, back and forth to the hospital. And all I could think about, like, we are a praying family. That's all I could think. I know that our family is a praying family. And my aunts and my mom, like everybody was just like, put it in God's hands and leave it there. Because if you want to pray, then you shouldn't have to worry. But if you want to worry, then why are you praying? Because if you put something in God's hands, you put it there and you let it go. So I had to fully commit. And when I mean fully commit, I mean fully commit to trusting God. I don't know if anybody has ever been in a season where they had to fully commit to trusting God. And like, I'm getting emotional because before I had to commit, but now when I think about it, it was the worst time in my life because my baby I couldn't do anything for her. And when I tell you I be on it, who mess with you, Makayla? Like, I be on it. Her teachers, like, they was like, please, she would even tell her teachers, please don't call my mommy. Call my mama, because my mommy gonna come in here, she gonna black out. Just
real bad.
Like, I don't play about my kid, but at this point in time, I couldn't do anything. I didn't have the tools, but all I had was prayer. And when I tell you I went into my prayer closet and I prayed about it, to where some of my friends were like, "Girl, you so chill. Why you so chill? Like, your daughter is literally laying in the hospital about to have brain surgery. How you so chill?" And I'm like, God got me.
Period.
God got me. So
we gotta do a little dance for that. Ooh, that's a testimony.
We gonna pray. We gonna walk it out.
Okay. We gotta do this. How they be doing it in church? I don't know how to do it. They be like, they be shouting. They be like, do. I don't know how to do it. I can't do it.
Not do.
That's how they be doing. They be tapping. They be like, I can't do it.
And you just be sitting there.
I just be looking, because I be like, glory.
Oh, Jesus, fix it. So Makayla is nothing like me, as you all can see. Makayla is so sweet. Makayla is so poised. Makayla is so cheerful and so loving, right? To everybody else. To everybody else. But when it comes to this mama, sis don't let up. Like, she really be on my neck. So I remember a time where you were 16. And I used to say to you, do you remember what I used to say to you before you turned 16? What I used to say to you?
God, remind me.
I used to be like, "Girl, you so corny. Like, you don't do." I was like, "You don't do none of the things that these kids do. Like, what? You don't want to go out. Like, you're not trying to drink. You're not trying. Like, what's going on with you?" But baby, When sis turned 16, wait, we're going to rewind it back, right?
Okay.
Because this story also includes my husband. So, but we're going to rewind it back. So before I got married, right? So I started dealing with my husband, and you were 10, right? And Kaylin was 9. And it was just you and I for so long. Just me and you up until that time. Living together, chilling together, doing everything together. So we gotta tell them this. So when Mush and I started dating, it was time for us to introduce the kids. So Mush and I, we went out, even though we knew each other, we went out on dates just to make sure, is this something we really want? We spent time together. So now, Mush is like, I want to be serious. And I'm like, I want to be serious too, but you got to be fully committed, because I'm not having just anybody around my daughter. That's not happening. So I'm looking for a forever love. And if that's not what you want, keep it moving. And he said, I'm ready. And so we decided we wanted the kids to meet. So Mush came over to meet Makayla. And do you remember what you said to me?
Y'all, I thought I was going to have to take my mama to an intervention or something. Because I don't even know how old she was, but he wasn't that age. Okay?
What did you say? What did you say?
I thought she was dating an 18-year-old, okay? Something wasn't right, okay?
She was like, Mommy, please don't tell me you're dating a teenager. And I was like, right. Girl, no. She was like, Mommy, please don't tell me you're dating a teenager. And I was like, no, he is older than me. She was like, there's no way that this man is older than you. And I said, he is. So I told him, and he was like, no. And then he told his age, which I totally forget what age it was.
I still don't believe it.
She was like, oh my God. So when I told you that him and I were going to get married, how did you feel? Honest. Let's be honest. I want honest answers.
I didn't have no reaction to it. I just felt like, I don't know, dang.
What?
Because you got it. Like these are deep conversations.
Yes, and I want to have those with you, because I've never asked you how you felt about me getting married.
But I gotta summarize. I didn't feel. That's the thing. But it's deep as it's probably why I didn't feel.
So tell me what was so deep
this
about it.
This I'm in therapy now. This good.
Not while you were in therapy.
No, because I'm learning, and it's just I didn't think anything of it. I just I said, he another man, because you see people come in and out of your life,
right? Because I dated,
and yeah. And my father is in an absent-ish, so it's I don't know. I'm like, he here today, he might not be here tomorrow. You just never know. So I didn't think nothing of it. I just said, oh, okay, sounds good. I mean, everybody want to be happy. Just be happy. That's it. Just live. Just be happy. Just be happy.
So you felt that way about him, like he may be here, he may not be here. Who knows? But I'm not going to get attached.
I don't get attached to nobody. That's my problem.
Yeah. You definitely have attachment issues.
Yeah, real bad.
Yeah, real bad.
I don't get attached to family. I don't get attached to friends. No, you got to keep. I ain't about to tell you all my business. Anyways, next question.
So, but when we introduced you to your sister...
Oh, that's my home skillet biscuit.
You got fully attached. And what was the difference with that?
I mean, I don't feel like I got fully attached. That's my home skillet biscuit. It's like having a friend. That's my road dog. I don't know. It's weird because I still consider myself an only child, because in a sense I am the only child. But I got my home skillet biscuit. And me and my home skillet biscuit, we can hang out now because y'all got what y'all got going on. So you got my home skillet biscuit. So it was just extra people added into the picture.
Really?
I don't know. I don't be into all that forming bonds and stuff. It's just me. I don't know why I'm like that, but I hang out with people. We go out, we have fun, and I trust certain people with certain things. That's my home skillet biscuit.
So if Y'all, but you and your home skillet biscuit used to talk about us.
Cause that's my home skillet biscuit. You don't gotta worry about
me and her mama gonna be in this show, and we gonna have both of y'all on this show, and we gonna sit and have good conversations.
I can't wait. That's my home skillet biscuit.
Cause let me tell you, them two, the sister would call me and be like, "What you do to my sister?"
Okay.
And I'd be like, first of all, who are you talking to?
Okay.
She would be like, I don't care. My sister crying. She not feeling her like herself, and I don't like it. This one is their total opposites. They're total opposites. Kaylin is the one that's like, my sister don't fight, but I do. You know, she is so, it's weird because Kaylin is every bit of me. And it's so weird. But her mama every bit of me too. So I could see where she get it from. But if Mush and I were to ever separate, would that mess up your relationship with your sister?
That's my home skillet biscuit.
Right.
Period. See, this is what I be talking about. People,
but you said you don't get attached.
You don't gotta get attached for that to be your home skillet biscuit. You know, the relationships go. You see, this is what we got to get into the deep conversations. The relationships go beyond, all that extra stuff. I don't care about a title. I don't care about mama, dad, or brother, sister, none of that. That's my home skillet biscuit. You hear, no matter what happened.
Right.
Okay.
But you said that you don't like to build bonds with friends. Is she considered a friend? Like, what do you mean by home skillet biscuit?
That's my sister. That's my, like, you know how they say, what they be saying, family, what they be saying about the blood, the family and the blood.
Oh, so
what they be saying.
So,
blood thicker than water.
Right.
But
no.
Blood ain't thicker than water. Something like that. Something thicker than something.
I know what you're talking about. Y'all know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking. Look, this perimenopause ain't nothing to mess with, okay? But I know what she's talking about. But so that's what you said. You don't have to be blood like that. We're not sisters by blood, but we're sisters by love, maybe, or whatever what they call it.
I'm trying to think. You know how Jesus said, always gotta teach something. Because remember, Jesus was like with Abraham, you don't gotta be I gotta teach, You don't actually have to be a son of Abraham. You just gotta, y'all know what I'm talking about. The Lord, its blood is thicker than water. You don't have to, your family is more than just family, okay? Right. It's not just your friends. It's not just your family. It's not your cousin. It's not your sister. It's people that you form connections with,
right.
Outside of all of this.
Right.
It's deeper than that.
I want to ask you a question.
Oh, man.
So, because yesterday, I watched this clip where Tracy Ellis Ross was talking about happiness and joy.
Those two different things.
I want to know your definition of them.
Let me tell you. Let me tell you about it. Those two different things. Mm-hmm. So people always, they say, oh, I want to be happy. I want to be happy. And you got these movies about the pursuit of happiness, all these different things.
Right.
And, we're chasing the wrong stuff.
Right.
Because what we should be chasing is joy.
Yes.
Happiness is fleeting. Happiness is temporary. Happiness, anything can make you happy. You could be happy right now, but that don't mean it's gonna stay. Happiness is not deep. It's not, deep internal.
Okay.
Joy is internal.
Yes.
And is deep. Joy is happiness that doesn't fleet under conditions.
Okay.
Oh, come on, definition.
Come on now. So I actually, me and Chadiana be.
Oh, that's my girl.
So you put me on to Chadiana.
Okay.
So I even talk to her like that. Like I be like, hey Chadiana, and she'd be like, hey girl. Yes. So I actually asked Chadiana.
Okay, what you ask? What you ask my good sis?
Hold on. I said, hey Chadiana. She said, hey girl, hey. Yeah, she did.
That means you be on it too much.
Girl. And I said, what's the difference between joy and happiness? Chadiana said, great question. Happiness and joy are often used like they mean the same thing, but they're not identical. Happiness is usually tied to external circumstances. Something good happens, you feel happy. It's more of a temporary emotion that can come and go depending on what's happening in your life. Example, you feel happy when you get a new job, when somebody compliments you, or when you eat your favorite meal. And we like food.
Okay.
But so joy comes from within. It's deeper and less dependent on outside events. Often connected to peace, gratitude, and meaning, even when life isn't perfect. Joy can coexist with struggles or pains because it's more about perspective and inner fulfillment. Example, you can feel joy watching your child grow, being grateful for life, or having faith, hope, or even during tough times. In short, happiness is situational. Joy is foundational. I'm so sorry.
Period.
Yes.
Build on foundations.
Build on foundations. I've noticed that you are so filled with joy, not just happiness.
Well, I love to hear that. Thank you.
Yes. So I've noticed that throughout your entire life. Like, you have always been, people say, oh my gosh, she's so happy. She's so happy. And I'm like, no, she is filled with joy.
Oh, well, that's the Holy Spirit. I gotta say that. I'm sorry. It's giving fruit to the Spirit. I'm sorry.
But so you say it's the Holy Spirit, but you haven't always been in that world.
Yeah. But I feel like thank God for the family I grew up in. Okay. Y'all kept me in church growing up.
Yes.
And I was singing in the choir, I was doing all the things, got baptized. I was like 5, 6, something like that. I always want to be in church. I love me some church. I don't know why, but I love me some church. It was good.
But you struggled with faith at one time.
Because the devil will do that to you.
Yeah, but you questioned, like you were like, how do I know this is real? How do I know?
I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. No, I love that you're saying that, because I feel like, God is so good.
I just want to know what got you here.
It's a testimony, Okay, let me back you. This is good. I love this question. Let me see, where do I start? The Lord has showed me that we have to live in truth. The world is filled with tons of deception and distortion and counterfeit lifestyles.
Okay.
That let me just keep talking.
Oh no, what is it?
Like clock that T.
Okay.
No, I'm being so for real. Like, literally. Like, there's so much stuff in this world, like, where it'll try to, like, tell people to live a certain way that doesn't bring them fulfillment or happiness, but we think it does. Or, like, people will tell you things that are just not true. And overall, we need to live in truth. Like, and then it's like, what is truth? People always say, oh, I gotta live in my truth. I gotta live in, like, this truth. No, you need to live in the truth.
Okay.
And, like, once you start living in the truth, you'll realize how much life is better. Like, I spent my entire life, I get excited talking about this.
Please. Because, like, I love it.
I spent my entire life searching for truth. Like, that's why I love it, because that literally was me. I tried to be my own savior. I tried to be Captain Saver, HOE, we're not gonna cuss, all right? But I really did. Like, I tried to save myself. I tried to save people. And the thing, at the end of the day, I am not the savior of myself. And why would I ever try to take on that job? That's crazy. I used to read so many self-help books. I used to just always, like you said, changing.
Yes.
Changing. But the world is fleeting. Change comes and goes. But you know who don't change?
Who don't?
Oh, God. All right. But clock it. All right. But yeah. Anyways, long story short, we have to walk in truth, because once you start walking in truth, I mean, not saying you won't deal with those issues, but it'll be easier for you to overcome those issues of, questioning and deception and not believing, because I am a truth seeker. I'm a question everything.
Yes,
I said, this don't sound right. I side-eyed God a few times. I was like, this don't sound too right, Lord. I don't know what you're doing right here. And then his people, it be his people. His people be doing. Okay?
Somebody getting him.
I'm sorry. We ain't gonna talk about that.
Feelings right now.
All right. Pray for me. He's still working on me. Okay. Come on. Next question. Come on.
Sis, you was.
It's good.
That almost took you out.
Yeah, just a little bit. Right. Okay.
So, you've actually inspired me to live in joy.
Oh, joy.
Yes. So, me watching you grow, right? I used to can I say maybe people pleasing, where I always wanted everybody to like me, oh, like me. I'm not like this, I'm not like that. I am in a season right now is feel how you want to feel. If that's how you want to feel, I'm okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to make me eat. It's not going to make me poop. It's not going to make me live. As long as I live in my truth, you can feel whatever way you want to feel about me. I am living in joy right now.
Joy, 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 joy.
And I do have to give it to that man
Big
upstairs. Not them
G-O-D.
people upstairs right now,
Look.
but but I got to give it to God. I'm being honest. When we started going to church, and almost made me cry. You was like, I
do.
love how you are like really doing this church thing.
Yes, let's go to church, y'all.
And we go faithfully every Sunday. We do not, we may miss a Sunday in the house, in the Lord's house. However, our temple is here, and we do catch those episodes online because our church streams their service. If you ever want to check it out, ShilohBaptistChurch.com. Shameless plug. ShilohBaptistChurch.com, 9:00 a.m. every Sunday. We make sure that we watch it online. But the only times that we really don't go to church is if we are traveling or if someone is sick. And that's it. But we definitely go to church. And Shiloh is a place of peace. And I have met so many people in my church home that has just shown me joy. And I'm good with that. But you also show me joy too. Like, Makayla, I love your life.
Oh.
I do. I love your life. I love how you're living in your life. I love how you're living in your truth. I don't love how your life is killing my pockets. Because you asked me for a horse.
Y'all, I would get my horse now.
She asked for a horse. Like, literally, so Makayla has this thing where if she wants something, she'll text it to me. Yeah, she texts it to me and she goes, "Isn't this cute, Ma?" And she knows that I'm going to buy it. Yes, Makayla is, girl, no, don't do that. Makayla is like me, right? So I could do the same thing to my mom. My mom is like, "How much is it?" And she'll do it. My husband hates it because he feels like it makes him feel less of a husband because my parents still do that. My parents go food shopping for me. My parents ask me if I got any bills I need to be paid. My parents ask me if I got gas in my car.
You don't ask me that question.
No, I don't. But why don't I ask you that question?
I don't know. Maybe you should start asking that question.
Because your grandparents take care of it.
You could help.
No, no. Your grandparents literally do everything. Oil changes. I don't get oil changes though.
We're not talking about that. We said bills. Okay, we said bills.
That's not true. I paid your bills.
I got a few loans. You got
You still doing them student loans? I'm still doing them student loans. So we good. But no, like, you are into this world now of gardening. How did you get in? I am not going to nobody's grass. I am not a grass. All of my college girlfriends will let you know. I would always say, shit foot. I'm not going to nobody's grass. So I don't like grass, even my grass in my own backyard. My husband is like, we got all this yard back here and you don't even use it. Why are we doing this? But Makayla loves nature. What is it that got you into that?
I've always loved nature, but you know that. But the funny thing is that I don't like grass. I don't like specific grass because look,
what kind of grass?
I grew up in the city, so okay. I always admired, the country and the nature and all those things. But then we moved out to suburbia.
Yes.
And I found out they had ticks because I was doing like ROTC and stuff, and I wasn't having it because they said ticks do stuff, and I said yeah, so we're not walking in the grass no more. So then that's when I stopped liking the grass. However, I still like nature. I'm just picky with my grass. I'm okay with the city grass, but
that country grass,
we're gonna work on it. Or I gotta treat my own grass. I don't know.
Right.
Anywho, I've always loved nature. Right. But this, I used to growing up, I used to watch the videos about cottage core and the what is it, the cottages in the woods and stuff.
Yes.
And I would love, let me just put that out there, put it out into the world. I would love, Mother, a nice cottage in the woods, a nice cabin, with a few chickens and a horse.
We manifesting this husband.
A cow,
A cow.
Yeah, you gotta get your I'm plant-based.
Yeah. Oh, yes. That's another thing. Makayla is a plant-based vegan. Is that vegan?
Well, I said plant-based because my mother be trying to call me a fake vegan.
Girl,
and I'm not
let me tell y'all, she is. So Makayla, when we were college hunting, right? We took Makayla to this college. What was it? Hofstra. We went to Hofstra, and we didn't even go in the school yet. Like, we didn't do the tour. We just rode past Popeyes.
Listen to this.
Yeah, we rode past Popeyes, and she was like, "Yeah, that's what we doing. That's what we doing." So,
girl, gotta love her.
Makayla said, "Yeah, that's what we doing. I'm going to Hofstra because it's the Popeyes down the street." My husband was like, "Cause it's a Popeyes down the street." So she loves Popeyes. Another funny story: Makayla and one of my friends, Makayla and her son worked together at Sky Zone, and Makayla was the driver. So when they would get off work, Makayla would drop him off. So one day, they were late coming home, and she called her son, and she was like, "What's going on? Why aren't you home yet?" And he goes, "Oh, we went to Popeyes." And she's like, why do you have Makayla at Popeyes? She's a vegan. He's like, "Oh no, she took a break." She said, "A break?" Who takes a break from a vegan?
Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that.
She would break just to eat Popeyes. But you good now, right, sis?
First of all, I haven't had Popeyes. No, let me stop lying. No,
right. You had the fries.
No. Okay, I haven't had meat. No, let me. Okay. Look, I'm plant-based.
She's so fake.
No, I guys, I really haven't had like chicken. I haven't had chicken since 2021. I haven't had no pork, none of that, no meat since 2021. But I said meat hesitantly because I had fish.
Okay.
But that's, if y'all consider that meat or not, I don't know.
It's a poultry.
Okay, well, I had that poultry and not the other poultries.
Well, is fish poultry?
Whatever, bird, fish, flying, something. Okay. I ain't had the other stuff. I had the swimming ones, okay? Oh, yeah. I had a few swimming ones too because the octopus. Oh, yeah.
Oh, we love us some calamari, sis.
Now you put my business out.
We clocking that. Well, I love it too, though.
Y'all, I'm plant-based. and then I did Dr. Sebi's alkaline vegan diet.
She did that for a year.
And I still do it here and there. You know, it's kind of a mixture. Let me stop trying to explain myself.
Let us stop, please, because I'm telling you, sis be styling.
No,
right?
I'm vegan 99% of the time.
It's a cookout on Saturday, so we.
And I made my own food, and I preserved it. I got the peppers and onions frozen in the freezer. I put them in the freezer bags. I got my Pop-Tarts ready. I got my collard greens ready for me, and I'm growing my own vegetables. Okay. Don't touch my food. All right.
Yeah, because they do be going after your fried mushrooms.
Okay,
they
real
do.
bad.
The family be on them fried mushrooms.
Real bad.
But let me ask you, so now you got this garden growing in my mama's backyard. So what do you have growing back there?
Oh my goodness. So I have collard greens growing.
Your mama gonna love that.
I have lettuce growing. I have chives. I have green onions. I put onion from the kitchen in there. I have
onion from the kitchen.
Like it's gonna grow. I just planted it. I have cilantro. Okay. I have thyme.
Where you get all this from?
Don't worry about it. I got my seeds, okay? I have parsley.
Okay.
So many herbs. I have dill. Okay. I have lavender. I have peppermint.
So how are you going to tell? So I was in Mima's backyard the other day, and I saw where you had like these little, what are they?
What?
Pick things and
the signs to like label it.
Yeah,
the labels. Yeah, I labeled all my vegetables.
But when they start growing, how are you gonna know what is what?
You're gonna look at it. You're gonna know. You gotta know what cilantro look like. I mean, you can keep the label there, but you know what cilantro look like. You know, smell it. You know what peppermint smell like. I mean, it's in the jar, so it's edible.
Lord Jesus, fix it. But so I want to ask you this question: how was it growing up as me being your mom?
It was a journey. You know, you gotta be built different to
Right.
have a mother like I got. You know,
What that mean?
you gotta be built different.
So what do you mean by that?
It should. What you gotta be specific now. It was a joy ride.
What you mean a joyride?
It was a roller coaster.
So
You
tell
told me you never know what to expect me, and I change. You just be.
I mean,
Girl,
one time you
I
told
get it from
me.
you.
One time you told me I was bipolar.
Yeah, real bad. Like something be wrong. Something be wrong. Something be off.
I remember one time she did something and I popped and she was like, "This is slavery," and I was like, "What
Crazy.
the fuck is like what?" My mama popped me and we slaves. I'm not a slave. Don't pop me. And I'm like, girl, you don't even know what slaves happen to slaves. This ain't slavery. I can tell you that.
It looked like it.
It
was like going on.
But it was crazy. So let me get back to this 16-year-old, right? So Makayla growing up was the most amazing kid, right? No problems in school. I never had to go to school. I did. I had to go to school for her one time, but it wasn't because Makayla got in trouble. It was because Makayla said she was not snitching on her friend.
And wasn't my main raised no snitch?
No, she was like, I'm sorry, I'm not. She was like, it don't have nothing to do with me. She told the principal who my husband went to school with, snitches get stitches. And I'm not, what was her name, the principal name?
I don't say no names. We ain't dropping no names. Okay?
She was like,
from the
snitches get stitches, and I'm not telling. So they called me in and they were like, we're not suspending her because she's in trouble. We're suspending her because she's not telling. And I'm like, look, you grew up in the hood. You know how that go. We're not telling. So she was like, but so Makayla has to come to early detention. And I'm like, she was like, but it's okay because she already comes to Morning Star. So I was like, this kid, that was the only time I had to go to school for Makayla. But the entire time Makayla was in school, no issues, straight A's, perfect kid, AP classes, homework always done, everything good. But when Makayla turned 16, Jesus, I don't know what got into this girl. All I know was my husband was like, I ain't signed up for this. Sis was like coming for me. What gave you the courage to toe up?
Y'all.
She was, I don't know what happened. Like, it was just added up and I could not understand it. I was like, what is going on with this kid?
I told you she tried to set me up, y'all.
No, I didn't. So what happened?
Everybody has a breaking point.
Right.
Mama has a breaking point. Daughter has a breaking point.
Yeah.
Everybody has a breaking point.
You was just sick of me?
Everybody has a breaking point.
Tell me the truth. Let's go. What was it? Like, you said that I was a helicopter mom. You called me. You were like, my friend said you call me too much. And I'm like, because I worry about you. So now that you think back on that time, right? Do you think that was warranted? Like, do you think you should have reacted that way because now you see what the world is?
No.
No?
I still agree with what I said.
Really? Was I that bad?
It wasn't about you. That's the thing. That's the problem.
Really? So what was it about?
It was about my feelings.
Oh.
And my feelings was being dismissed.
Yeah, because in my house,
see, that's that black people stuff. You know how a lot of people like that's white people stuff. That's that black people stuff. You see, that's the problem.
In my house, you gonna follow my rules, and I said what I said. Like I said today, Makayla has an opinion, and I have to listen to them. Before, you can have your opinion, you can say whatever it is that you want to say, but it is ultimately my decision on what goes down.
Yeah, we gonna have to do another episode on this because it go way deeper than that.
Really? So we gonna get honest on the next one?
Yeah, cause
we've been here a little long. But anyway, so we gonna run back to that. Do y'all see Makayla? She like, yeah, we about to do this because we gonna be up in here fighting. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
You know?
Look, so wait. If you could go back to any part of your life, what would it be? A time in your life.
Why would I want to do that?
There was never a time in your life where you were just extremely are you happier now than you were as a child? Really?
Well, I'm wiser now.
Okay.
And you know, with wisdom comes, you know, they say ignorance is bliss.
Right.
Because it is. The more you know, the more trouble and the more when you know a lot of stuff,
right,
that'll like drive a person crazy.
So
it's just not saying I know a lot of stuff, but I know more than I knew then.
Okay.
And knowing more than I knew then now, it makes you less happy.
Okay.
But I got joy.
Right.
But it makes you less content. But you learn. You go through life. I mean, life is life, and life is always going to be life. And however, as a kid, I feel like I was filled with more contentment, I guess I'll say.
Okay. Now you're filled with more fulfillment, or
I don't know the word, so I'm gonna just say I'm coasting right now.
Oh, coasting.
You know, we're learning as we go. We grow wiser every day. You know, just picking up, learning lessons. However, as a kid, you're so oblivious to stuff. You're just happy. You're happy, joyful. You're everything. You're just there.
I think you were just a happy child. I think I'm gonna say I did good as a parent. Did I?
You did good. I mean, I feel like I could turn out a little good. I thought I turned out well.
You did. I wasn't that bad. Like, I hope you see now that a lot of things. So recently you had me join one of your therapy sessions.
Yeah, because I'm good, but I'm traumatized. However, it's okay.
Not you
it's
traumatized.
Okay.
Yes. So recently you had me join one of your therapy sessions, and you said to me, I know my mom cares, but I want her to. She always tells me, she teaches me things that haven't even happened to me, that I probably will never do. And I said to you, I want you to stay ready so you'll never have to get ready.
Child, there ain't no stay ready to have to get ready. My mama tried to protect me from stuff I wasn't even doing. She tried to, she'll ground me or put me on punishment because she think I'm about to jump out the window to try to leave the house. And I ain't even thinking about it. I'm thinking about reading my books and I'm in trouble. I'm thinking about reading my book in the house. She like, no, she gonna jump out the window. I gotta lock this. I gotta do this. She ain't going nowhere. We was
locking up everything. You know? I ain't even gonna lie. When you turned 16, we was locking up knives. Me and my husband was locking up pills. We was like, we didn't know what this kid was gonna do. You was just
chilling.
Yes. This kid was a mess. You was a mess, but I'm telling you, Makayla, I remember when you were going to college. Well, when you didn't want to go to college, you were like so against going to college. I had everybody calling you. I was like, no, this kid gotta go to college. You gotta go to college. And then you did it in 3 years.
Yeah, because I was trying to get out.
So now that you think about it, right? Do you think was it an advantage to you, or was it a disadvantage?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah, I believe. I mean, besides the debt, and you know, yeah, and I feel like, you know, lifestyle and inflation. The more money you make, the more bills and stuff you start having. We gotta work on it.
So, are you happy that I was on your back about it? Because your life could have been so different now.
You know, I believe
this kid told me in the 12th grade, she told me, I'll be good. I could just go to LA and live under a bridge.
And I still think
like, I told her, people don't choose that. Like,
some people do.
Who chooses that?
People live in the RVs.
But Makayla, an RV doesn't go under a bridge.
See, you can.
No.
I was trying to make the point of living off the grid, living minimally. I feel like in life, people are so caught up in things. We want a house, we want a car, we want this. How about just your 2 feet and growing food off the land?
Yeah.
Good. You're not worried about paying electricity.
Right.
It's just a lot. It's adult stuff. It's ghetto. I mean, grateful, but it's ghetto.
Yeah. Because you had us watching, I remember you having us sit down watching living off the grid movies.
Because we got to do it.
On YouTube videos. Like, look at these people. They don't look at this is how they make their electricity. This is how they do their water. Like, she was really trying to sell us this story. It's really trying to sell us this story. So we were like, what is going on with this kid? But I'm so happy you listened. I'm honestly happy that you listened. Are you happy? Oh, so if the battery died, why are you whispering?
Oh.
That's we gonna get it out.
Y'all come back for part 2.
We'll be back for part 2. But look, where can everybody find you, Makayla?
On Instagram, you can follow me at I am Makayla Ariel. IAM MAKAYLA ARIEL. Something like that. You'll find me.
MAKAYLA.
That's how you spell my middle name, right? ARIEL. Yeah,
yes.
like the fish.
Like the Little Mermaid, because that is my favorite of all time cartoons, Little Mermaid. I am a sucker for love. I'm sorry. I love love, and
is it still going?
I love love, and how you gonna edit this out?
It's good. This is authentic.
Oh, okay. But my husband, just know my husband behind the camera, y'all, and he's screaming, the battery died. So we gonna see what goes on. But anyway, yes, her name is Makayla Ariel. I am Makayla Ariel on all platforms, right? All platforms. She also has a book club, and it's called Nourish.
Go on. I am Makayla Ariel.
I am Makayla Ariel.
Because we're going to nourish in his shadow.
Nourish in his shadow on I am Makayla Ariel. And why don't you join her book club? I think she reads a lot of books. She is a reader, and she likes the actual book. And I think it'll be good. Like I've started reading more. And I'm happy I joined her book club, because it's peaceful, honestly. But I want to thank you guys for joining us. This was really fun for me. As you guys see, I didn't read any questions. All of these questions were just things that I wanted to know about her and just have regular conversations. Now, this is not our regular conversation because, baby, those conversations get real tacky. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for joining us, and please make sure you like, comment, and share. And I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Thank you again for watching Conversations with KB.